Welcome to TruPowur, home of the most powerful marketing tools, training, and technology on planet Earth. Get ready to earn, enjoy, and experience more than you ever dreamed was possible. If you're tired of just getting by and ready to really thrive, then buckle in and listen up. Here's your host, Matt Fox.
Hello and welcome this fine day. Today on TruPowur Academy, we are going to be talking about some of the improvements that we have made in the utility audit, helping you and your customers achieve results a lot quicker. So without any further ado, let me share my screen and let's jump right into it. So from the quick launch menu, there's a couple things that we need to note. One is in the scripts area, you'll notice that there is the utility audit. You also received one in your onboarding. The utility audit script is pretty straightforward. You should be able to either print that out or commit that to memory. But we've also improved or updated the script that is on the CRM. And so when you're looking at a customer's information right here under audit, if you click on that, you'll see that we have made some updates to the intro. You need to understand the basics of the utility audit, where we go backwards up to 4 years, identifying errors that are not only on the bill, but are actually buried within the utility that are not visible on the bill. And based on the statute of limitations, we're able to get that back as a refund for the customer. So at the end of the day, you need to kind of understand that so that you can convey that message. So in this intro or pitch, it says, "Hello, my name is Matt Fox with TruPowur. Good day to you." I typically don't like to ask people how they are. That sounds very salesy. I like to command a response that's positive. When you say good day to you, most people will say good day to you back. So we got one yes. We specialize in energy audits that uncover discrepancies and possible overcharges that can result in unwanted charges and significant savings that result in substantial refunds. Owners are always looking for ways to reduce operating cost and improve revenue. That is why it's so valuably important to conduct a risk-free audit at least every 5 years. Are you the person responsible for controlling cost, or would that be somebody else? So ultimately, at the end of the day, we need to find out whoever that decision maker is so that we can get a copy of their utility bill. Now, there are a few common objections. One is that we're not interested or we're fine. I understand that's actually a common response. We hear from businesses who are doing very well. However, most of the issues we uncover are hidden in the complex billing and billing details. And since there's no cost or commitment, would you be open to see if there are any potential savings or refunds that are available? Another one is we already have a contract. That's very common because they're not listening to you. They think that you're trying to renegotiate their electricity contract, and that's not the case. So I understand the audit does not impact your current electric contract. Instead, it reviews the past bills up to 48 months, pointing out errors that could lead to significant refunds. Another one is let me think about it. Of course, we want you to feel comfortable with every decision since this audit is completely risk-free and at no cost. The specific information can provide you and help you make the best decisions for your company with the limitations of the statute of limitations. So it's really important when you're talking to customers that you are conveying that message. The utility audit does not renegotiate their electricity contract. The audit goes backwards up to 4 years, identifying errors that are on the bill and buried within the utility. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we're going to give them some information for them to make an informed and intelligent decision. In the past, audits have taken 30, 60, 90, even upwards of 120 days. We have revised some of this to speed things up, and so now you should be receiving the answers for your audits with under 30 days in most cases. So once we send the customer an email, so to send an email to request that bill is very simple. Going back to the customer information, just simply, as long as you've got an email in here, you can just simply click on email, select the email from the template that you want to send. If I have spoken to that customer, then we're going to use the personalized. Obviously, if it was somebody else that referred them, that's not quite as strong. Preferably, you want to be talking to the decision maker. If you are, then click the utility audit request personalized. That is going to automatically fill everything out. It's going to pull in the customer's name. If by chance the name on the contact form is all uppercase, please go and fix it so it's upper lowercase so it doesn't look like you're screaming at them. It is going to complete everything with your information on the signature. The brochure is already attached. All you have to do is click send, and off to the races we go. Once you get a copy of the utility bill, then you need to submit that to the auditing division. So the way you do that is come back down here to the quick launch menu and select the utility audit. From here, once you click that, it is going to open up the submit form. A couple of changes that have taken place here is you're going to put your information, your first, last name, your TruPowur email address, and then select whether is this for a residential customer or a commercial customer, and then fill out the information that pertains to that customer and what they do. Now down here, we have some additional cost centers that we also audit. I would caution you about talking about all of the different areas. A lot of times customers want to kind of trick you into going down a list, or do you do this or do you do that? What it does is it opens up an opportunity for further discussion. We need to think about it. Keep it simple, keep it in one lane. To start with the electric account. And so if you click on the electric, you'll see that now the area to upload the bill or attach the bill has been ignited. And there's a couple of notes down here. All commercial customers will receive an audit proposal and letter of authorization via DocuSign within the next 48 to 72 business hours. So if you put that on a Friday, it may not go out until Monday or Tuesday at the latest. So all commercial customers must complete the DocuSign before any audit is completed. This is going to help speed things up dramatically and get those results that you're looking for. And there is a copy of the DocuSign, what they're going to receive right here. So if you click on that, it is going to open up a copy of what the customer will be receiving in that DocuSign. And it basically just goes into what is needed: one copy of the bill per account. If the client is online, has online access to their utility invoices, they can provide a login information, and TruPowur can pull that historical usage down. Some people may not necessarily be comfortable with that, so they can just download a full PDF copy of their current utility bill, not just snapshots or pictures of the front of the bill. We want the entire bill and in a PDF format. If they log into their utility account, utilities always provide copies of their bills in a PDF format. So they're going to send a copy of the supplier's agreements and a signed letter of authorization for the audit agreement. There's no obligation for the utility audit. TruPowur is only compensated on the findings that the client chooses to move forward with when the findings are uncovered. We will present that, the finding report to the client. The client then has the option to choose which findings they're comfortable with and implement those. We will not receive compensation on findings that the client does not move forward with. In return, TruPowur is only compensated on findings that the client approves and actually receives as a result of the audit, and is incentivized to maximize the refunds and reductions and present those findings clearly, and so that they will obviously want to move forward. The form is pretty straightforward. The agreement, they will need to sign this to include some basic information about their bill. Now, obviously, they're going to see some of those other cost centers. They're not stupid. So if they want to also include some of those other bills to be audited, they can certainly attach that as well. Company contacts, who's the name and title, their phone number, their email, the utility accounts, the username and passwords, and any other information as far as the utility account and any issues that they may seem to think that they have. And of course, a copy of the letter of authorization basically is giving permission hereby granted for TruPowur to act as their agent, to have copies of their billing history agreements, customer service records for the account numbers shown on the account, and authorization will remain in effect for 24 months and continue on a month-to-month basis until canceled. And who are some of the auditors' names so when an auditor reaches out to the customer, they're not going to be freaked out. Who is Vincent? Who is Ryan? And so we want to make sure that they know you and the names of the auditors. So they will simply sign that off. Actually, it's in a DocuSign, so it will automatically come back to the auditing group, and they will notify you that we have a copy of it and get the ball moving as quickly as possible. For residential customers, although this will speed things up so that we can complete a commercial audit in less than 30 days. But we also want to speed things up with the residential customers. So with residential customers, the audit time and evaluation should be within the first 7 to 10 business days. And then for commercial customers, it will be under 30 days, so long from the time that we receive their signed and completed DocuSign. So that will help speed things up. I would tell you that it would be a good idea for you to take time and go into the CRM and look at the audit updates and become familiar with that. Also, under here where it says scripts, look at the utility audit. You should have an understanding. It's very difficult to just put a script together that anybody can use just word for word. You need to be able to put that in your own flavor and be convincible that you're not just reading it, that it's committed to muscle memory, and so that you can respond to the customer, no matter what kind of an objection that they give you. But typically, you're going to find that the objections that they give you are going to be very straightforward. We're not interested, we're fine, we already have a contract, let me think about it. So at the end of the day, I think these are going to be areas that are going to help you speed up the process. And then that will also notify our mentors to get with you on the next step. So once we have a copy of the bill, then they will schedule a Zoom call with you to go into phase 2, which is obviously really important to get the supplier side. Now, in the beginning, we do not talk about that with the customer because we don't know what the results are. We want to stick with one lane where we're talking about the utility audit. But once we have a copy of the utility audit, then they will schedule a Zoom call with you where we will walk you through putting that information into the pricing platform to see what, if any, benefit we can provide that customer at the supplier level. So I appreciate everybody being on the call today. I know that we had a lot of quick information, but I hope that you found value in what we went over today. So, and as always, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So have fun storming the castle. Bye now.